Hello, traders. I've got a stock that looks great right now, and I'll explain how I found it and why I like it. Subscribe to my channel now and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of these daily trades. You'll help me build my channel, and I'll help you build your account. Let's get started. We are 2 hours into trading. It is Friday, February 26th. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at some of our recent picks. I want you to get a feel for my track record. Then let's take a look at the market. Got some good news for you today on the market. Then we're going to find a trade that we really like. Let's take a look at some of our recent picks. We'll start with AMAT, AMAT. Stock is up $4. You know I like selling it out of the money bullish put spread, keying off of this technical breakout right here. Beautiful. Look at how well it's held up during the recent market sell-off. APPS, downward sloping bullish flag formation, keying off of this horizontal support, was resistance, now support, bullish put spread. Yes, dipped very briefly in the money, but that's why on swing trades, we use closing prices, not intraday prices. This stock looks good. It is up big today. It's up about $7.50 today. I think it's going to get through this downward sloping trend line. Click GTC. Click that candle right there. Click that candle right there. Got my downward sloping trend line. When it pops above it, I am probably going to be day trading it from the long side. Baidu. This is one that we had way back in here. Broke out nicely. Got your earnings right there. Excellent earnings reaction. We've been trying to sell an out of the money bullish put spread down here around the 265 level, 265, 260. Easily could have filled on that this morning or any of these other prior days. Stock bouncing, bullish hammer, decent shape. Disney had your bullish flag formation here, earnings there, breaking out to a new high. We're keying off of this support level right here. Was resistance, now support. 1, 2 tests, off to the races. That is an excellent place to sell out of the money bullish put spreads. This is the market. You can see how it's rallying. We are long the market right now. I've been telling members this market is going higher, and I'll show you exactly when I mention that. Breakout right here above the 115 level on HLT, selling the 115, 110 bullish put spread. We were able to get $1.15 credit for that. Love it. ZNGA. Look at that stock. Right there's your support level. Was horizontal resistance. Now it's support. Testing that support. 1, 2. I believe this stock is going to have some decent upward momentum from here. I like just being long this one. It's a fairly cheap stock, $11 stock. Mosaic, that's the stock I highlighted yesterday, right up here. Has not done well in the last 24 hours. However, as I mentioned to you, this is a longer term play. I'm not talking weeks, I'm talking months. I believe months from now, Mosaic is going to be trading much higher. So I don't want to look at it again. I'm going to salt it away. This is a longer term trade for me. I hope you do the same. Yes, you can sell out of the money bullish put spreads near term on it. I would key off of this $28 support level. That's where I would be selling my bullish put spreads below that. In that instance, I want to see this upward sloping trend line preserved. I think you can buy deep in the money calls with months and months until expiration. Surrogate way of owning the stock for cheaper. Those are my picks. Let's take a look at the market. Here you can see, very, very critical day for the market today. We had all sorts of selling yesterday. Very, very nasty drop. We were precariously close to breaking down this morning. We were testing the 50-day moving average, and we touched it and actually broke below it before we found support. So let's take a look at the 1OP indicator. You can see bearish cross there, lines up before the open. So it's saying be short. Right there, you can see a bullish cross coming into play early. Right in here, it was saying this is going to be a nice buying opportunity. So we had to wait for the low to be established, and this low was actually below the 50-day moving average. When I saw this long green candle right here, I said, that's it. We're going higher, and I'll show you why. Why I knew that was going to be happening. Long green candle closing on its high, engulfing these prior red candles. That's one good sign. We also had our bullish 1OP cross right in there. On this move right here, I made 20 S&P points. Very, very nice. little downward sloping bullish flag formation. There's your pull, there's your pullback. Look how we are breaking out long green candles, closing on their high. We are going to continue to move higher. So I'm going to show you, this is my chat room. APPS, remember that alert line I dropped showing us a bullish flag formation? Well, there's my alert already. Right now, it just went through it. I need to get to my chat room because I want to show you. Took a 90-cent gain here. I was short the S&P 500. You can check the timestamp on it. This is 9:27. This is less than an hour into the open. And then we were waiting to see what was happening. We were watching the tick. We were watching everything in here. In particular, we were watching the TLT. And I'm going to show you a chart of that. So we have the cross that we need. Long SPY candle, long SPY at 380.70. This was at 9:39, so an hour and 10 minutes into the open. Check everything, make sure that this is valid, and then I started taking profits. I set my targets, and I took profits right up here, 20 points on the S&P 500, and I did not like that bearish cross right here. And given the recent volatility, 10P was telling me, be careful up here. So I took profits. We had this nice drop right in here. You can see how 10P is continuing to drop. I love these two long candles closing on their high through that resistance level right there. We had a downward sloping trend line right here. Let's use the trend tool to draw that in. I want to make sure you can see it. It's actually easier if I just connect these two lines right here because that is the critical line. And if you visually go up, it connects there, almost connects here. That's a very nice downward sloping trend line that's been breached to the upside. Didn't take us long to do that. A little bit of a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders formation. You've got your resistance, your neckline coming in right there. I think we continue to move higher. How can I be so bullish after a big market drop like that? Look, you can see these drops. They have been nasty, but then an instant rebound. In here, we almost tested the 50-day moving average. Wednesday, it looked like, hey, this is it. There was your test, bullish hammer. We're off to the races. Really nice long green candle closing on its high within striking distance of the all-time high. We're going to get this massive stimulus bill passed. Everything is coming up roses. Yesterday, not so fast. We closed on the high Wednesday, and we couldn't get through it yesterday, and yesterday was a nasty round of selling. Programs started to click in. You can see that heavy selling. Brief little bounce here, and then continued selling. I'd mentioned to you in yesterday's video that we had a very good chance for a bearish trend day, just given the price action yesterday. And we had a very powerful force in play. This is what we call a bearish divergence. 10P indicator moving higher and higher, market drifting lower. That tells us that the downward trend is very strong and that we can be short in here, but the next bearish cross is going to be a really good one. Boy, was it. Here you get a nice bullish cross. You can see bullish cross there. Nice pop in the market. Really nice bearish signal right here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Right here you get your bearish signal. It's telling you, beware. This is when you want to be scaling out of your long positions if you were playing that bounce. That's why the 10P indicator is critical to everything that we do on an intraday basis. Bearish cross there, get a little bit of a bullish cross here late in the day, and we get a tiny little bounce. The 10P indicator is our roadmap. It tells us exactly what we need to be doing. There's something else that I've been urging you to keep an eye on. TLT. Right now, the market is super worried that bond yields are rising because inflation is going to be a concern. And you can see that that breakdown right there is leading to what I believe is a selling climax. We had a hammer here. I would love to have seen a green candle here, but we didn't. But today we are higher, so we need to watch TLT. I believe that this is a capitulation low, a selling climax for TLT. If that is true, then we are likely to rally back up to this downward sloping trend line that defines the upper end of the trading channel. Let me draw it in. And look at how it coincides right now with the 100-day moving average. That's where I think TLT can get. It's going to take its time getting there. Everybody wants to see what's in this stimulus bill. They want to see if it's actually going to lead to economic growth. There's your downward sloping trend or downward sloping channel. There's your selling climax. There is your hammer. We've got follow through today. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Here's what I'll be watching on a 5-minute chart of TLT, and here's the clue that will tell me if the market is heading higher. And I'm going to take my alert line. I'm only going to do a daily alert. Then I'm going to click there. I'm going to click there. And now I have a downward sloping trend line on TLT. If I get an upside alert on TLT, I'll know that that is going to bode well for the stock market. So right now, here, what I want to do is I want to click on that low right there, and I want to connect these bars right here. I've got my upward sloping trend line. I would like to see this intact. We've got this big 10p drop right here. I will be watching for a bullish cross down here. If this line is preserved right here, the next thing I'll be watching for is a breakout above this downward sloping trend line. If we get that breakout, I'll be buying S&P futures. That's how we do it. It's pretty easy. Instead of trading futures, though, we have a huge edge in trading individual stocks. We use those stocks as a surrogate market position, and because they are strong relative to the market, we have lots of buffer, lots of cushion. If I'm wrong on the S&P 500, flat out, I'm going to lose money. But if I'm in the right stocks and I think the market's going to go higher and I'm wrong, the market goes lower, these stocks will hold their bid because buyers are lined up. And that leads me to my next little assignment here today, which is let's find some stocks with relative strength right now that look attractive. So we got a tiny little pullback in the market right here. Let's see what's leading the charge. Very easy. Relative strength 30. All of these stocks will have been strong in the course of the last 30 minutes. I'm just going to click through the list, and I'm going to look for one that is continually moving higher, higher, higher. Airbnb. Let's go into the daily chart. We can see they announced earnings after the close yesterday. There you've got, we're going to exclude this long tail above body so that we can connect more data points. But you can see there's a downward sloping trend line that's been breached to the upside. 50-day moving average never gets tested. Stock rallying, market down, stock trading higher. Very good earnings reaction. There's your flagpole. There's your bullish flag formation. Airbnb, that is your pick of the day. Well, how might I trade this, Pete? I think you can go down below this 180 strike price right here, and I think that you can sell a 180, 177.50 March bullish put spread, get a 50-cent credit for it. I believe that this support level is going to be preserved. If you want to be a little bit more conservative with this, you can go down to the 50-day moving average, which is also the recent low, and you can sell a 175, 172.50 bullish put spread for 50 cents, but you're probably going to have to go out to April expiration. But that's okay if you're a more conservative trader. It's going to take you an extra month to realize your gains. So in about 7 weeks, you'd be way away from the market or from the stock. Look at the stock is at 204. This is all the way down to 175. As long as 175 is preserved over the course of the next 7 weeks, you're going to make a 25% return. 25% return on the capital that you have to put up for that trade. Very, very nice, easy trade. Airbnb is the pick. Let's see if we've got anything else that looks interesting to us. BYND, very heavy selling in here. Earnings after the close yesterday. I'm going to end with APPS. Gosh, I love this stock. I think this stock is going to continue to move higher, and I love that bullish put spread. Good luck with your trading. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.